I can speak on behalf of the reason why we are all fighting for social injustice. Why we're fighting for justice. I'm gonna give it to you like this. A lot of times, us blacks we get mistreated. Us blacks we get treated differently from other races. The reason why is mostly because most people are intimidated of us black people. For what reason? I have no idea why. That's just my opinion on it. But for us blacks, I can say that we're tired of getting beaten. We're tired of getting hit, stepped on. We're tired of getting stepped over. We're basically just sick of everything. And with George Floyd's death, it was pretty much the last straw. But I was so proud of all the young generation, not just blacks, but whites, Latinos, Mexicans, Germans. I was proud of everybody for stepping up against police brutality, stepping up against racism, against prejudice. I was just so happy for everybody standing up. Don't get me wrong, I love officers like Officers Kevin Lawrence, Chris, Officers Jake Spurlock, Jake Middleton, Chris Brewer, Officer Shane, Officer Badger, Officer Derek Cacao, Jimmy Holcomb. I love great officers in the world. But you got some of those non-great officers that, for example, that pushed that 75-year-old man, or who was ordered by a leader in the world to spray a tear gas on the protesters, only for the president to have the Bible a photo op, and he didn't even have the Bible right. He had it upside down. But there's a few people that are saying that they're sick of seeing people trying to tear down the Confederate flags, and they're sick of people saying Black Lives Matter. Well, you just getting a taste of your own medicine. You're pretty much just getting a taste of how we feel. Now you know how we feel on a daily basis. Now you know how we feel about you all bragging and everything. Now you know how we feel when you all step over us. Now for the first time you all realize that, hey, it's not fun and games. This is serious. So if you're sick of us saying Black Lives Matter, then why don't you step in and help us out? Step in and help us fight for justice instead of trying to tear down our justice. Instead of saying you're sick of instead of you saying that you're sick of Black Lives Matter, why don't you step in and say, you know what? I'm going to step in and help you out. And just maybe you'll gain our respect and gain our love, gain our trust. But until most people come to realization that there's racism and prejudice in the world, especially the ones in the White House, until people come to the realization that there is police brutality against blacks, until people come to the realization that, hey, minorities get treated very different from whites, then the world will never change. Hey, and I'm very proud of the white people that stepped in and helped us out over the years with wanting to see change. And there's a lot more white people now in the world that's with us black people. But only us black people can do so much. The ones that's really going to step in and help change is going to be the ministers, the preachers, the politicians with money, the people that have money and have the power. Those are the ones that's going to step in and help us. Those are the ones that's got to step in and help us fight for justice. Because us blacks, we can only do so much. We have the voice, and we have the voice of the streets, but the voice of the streets can only carry you for so long. But the ones with money are the ones can help. And I guarantee you, if the ones with money will help with us blacks, will help with us in the streets, or help with us thugs, or African Americans as someone would call us, then we will see change and we will see justice not only for George Floyd, but we will see justice for everybody.